Ellie and the Maze of Echoes. One misty morning, Ellie wandered into the deep part of the forest, farther than she had ever gone before. The trees here grew close together, their branches curling like fingers, and the air was filled with a quiet hum, like the forest itself was whispering. As she stepped over tangled roots and soft moss, Ellie spotted something strange, a tall, crumbling stone wall hidden behind vines. In the center was an arched entrance, and above it, carved in faded letters, were the words, Maze of Echoes. A soft breeze blew past her, and Ellie could swear she heard her own name whispered on the wind. Ellie, she shivered, but curiosity tugged at her feet. She stepped inside. The moment she passed through the archway, the world changed. The light dimmed, the air thickened, and the path behind her vanished. She was inside the maze. The walls were made of high hedges and cracked stone, and every step echoed, not just once, but in layers. Ellie heard her footsteps repeated back at her, delayed, distorted, as if someone else was following. "Hello," she called out. "Hello." The maze whispered back, her voice stretching and curling like smoke. She began to walk, choosing her path carefully. But the maze shifted when she wasn't looking. One moment, she faced a left turn. The next, it was a right. The hedges seemed to breathe, growing taller or shrinking with her mood. When she felt afraid, the path narrowed. When she was calm, it widened. Suddenly, she heard laughter. Not cruel or mocking, familiar. It was her brother's laugh. But that was impossible. He had vanished a year ago, lost during an exploration mission deep in the game world. No one ever found him. She turned toward the sound and ran, heart pounding. Around corners, through archways, across cobblestone bridges suspended over misty pits, the laughter always just ahead. "Leo," she called. "Is that you?" The maze answered with silence. Then a new voice spoke, soft and low. "The maze remembers all who enter. It echoes what you miss and what you fear." Ellie spun around. A shadowy figure stood behind her, a tall, faceless, wearing a cloak of woven leaves. "Who are you?" she asked. "I am the Keeper of Echoes," it said. "I watch the maze, and the maze watches you." Ellie stood her ground. "Did you take my brother?" The Keeper tilted its head. "The maze took nothing. It only reveals. If he is here, it is because you brought him with you, in memory." Then it pointed down a long hallway made of twisting vines and ancient bricks. "Follow the path of truth. But beware, echoes lie if your heart is not steady." Ellie took a deep breath and walked forward. As she moved deeper into the maze, she passed doorways that opened to memories. One showed her as a child, building a treehouse with Leo. Another showed the day they argued, the last time she saw him before he disappeared. She paused at each memory, letting the emotions rise then fall. And with each truth faced, the maze shifted. The path stopped twisting. The echoes grew clearer. Finally, Ellie reached a circular clearing in the center of the maze. In the middle stood a glowing pedestal. Resting on it was a mirror, but not just any mirror. This one didn't reflect her face. Instead, it showed Leo, standing in a place made of stars and light. "Ellie," he said, her eyes filled with tears. "Leo, where are you?" "I'm safe," he replied. "I got lost in the in-between, but I always knew you'd come. Can I bring you back?" He shook his head gently. "Not yet, but now you've opened the path. One day, we'll meet again, in the real world or the dream world." The mirror shimmered, and his image faded. In its place appeared a key, carved from crystal and shaped like a musical note. The Keeper reappeared beside her. "You found the key to memory, to hold close what you lost, without being trapped by it." Ellie took the key, and the maze began to dissolve. The walls faded into golden mist, and a gentle wind pushed her forward. Suddenly, she was back at the forest edge. The sun shone through the trees. Birds chirped. She looked down. The key was still in her hand. She smiled. Ellie didn't fear the echoes anymore. She understood them. Sometimes the past speaks, not to haunt us, but to guide us. And Ellie would keep walking forward, with the echoes as her compass.